All right, let's get right into it. Google just dropped its latest Gemini models, and this is its biggest AI upgrade ever. And I mean, this isn't just another update we're talking about. This is a whole ecosystem shift. It's a fundamental change in how AI reasons, how it codes, and even how we build software with it. So today, we're going to break down exactly what's new, what's so absolutely shocking about it, and why this just might be Google's most important AI release yet. You've probably seen this phrase floating around since the announcement, and it really sets the stage. The claim here is that these new models are just operating on a totally different level of intelligence. That is a very bold statement, but as you're about to see, Google came prepared with the numbers to back it up. So what actually makes this a leap and not just, a small step forward? Well, it really comes down to four core areas where Google has pushed the tech forward in a massive way. Let's get into the specifics of what's hiding under the hood here. Here they are, the big four pillars of this new Gemini release. First, we're seeing a huge jump in its reasoning ability. Then, there's its powerful multimodal understanding. It gets text, images, audio, video, all of it. Third, a context window so big it can basically process an entire book at once. And finally, its coding abilities, which are now, frankly, leading the entire pack. Now, let's look at the hard data, because this is where it gets really interesting. On this benchmark they call humanity's last exam, which is designed to test really complex problem solving, the new Gemini model got an 11-point jump, hitting 37.5% without any help. Google's calling this structured, graduate-level reasoning, and it's a major step towards an AI that can solve truly difficult multi-step problems. And this number is just staggering. 1 million tokens of context. So what does that actually mean? It means you can hand the model an entire codebase to pick apart, a whole library of research papers to synthesize, or even a full novel to summarize, and it will hold all of that information in its working memory. This isn't just a bigger memory. It's a total game changer for the kind of complex tasks AI can now handle. Okay, but for me, this next part is hands down the most revolutionary piece of the entire announcement. Google is going all in on what they call agentic AI. We are moving from AI that just answers your questions to AI that actually gets things done for you in the real world. So here's the crucial difference. An agent doesn't just give you a recipe. It understands your goal, like, I want to make dinner, and then it finds the recipe, checks your fridge for ingredients, creates a shopping list, and could even order the groceries for you. It's all about autonomously carrying out all the little steps needed to reach your final goal. And this is a brilliant illustration of that whole concept. The new Gemini agent can handle something as complicated as planning your entire vacation from start to finish. It'll do the research, build the schedule, and then it'll actually make the bookings for flights and hotels, all while keeping you updated. This is a true digital assistant. This same agent idea extends directly to developers, and this is where things get really wild. Google introduced a new agent-first development platform codenamed Antigravity, where Gemini basically acts as an autonomous software engineer. It can plan, write, debug, and then deploy full applications. This is a direct and really powerful challenge to tools like GitHub Copilot. So beyond acting on its own, Google also totally transformed how its AI communicates back to us. They've introduced this groundbreaking new feature called Generative UI, or Gen UI for short. The core idea here is incredibly simple, but so powerful. Instead of just giving you back a wall of text when you ask it something, the new Gemini can actually build a small interactive tool or a little application to help you understand the answer. So, for example, let's say you ask about how mortgage loans work. It doesn't just give you a boring explanation. Instead, boom, it instantly generates an interactive calculator so you can run your own numbers, charts to compare different loan types, and a tool to see your payments over time. It literally builds the exact tools you need right on demand. All of these features sound amazing, I know. But hey, talk is cheap in the AI race, so let's look at the performance benchmarks, because the numbers are really where Google is making its case for being a leader once again. So let's go back to that complex reasoning benchmark, humanity's last exam. This chart just perfectly visualizes that 11-point jump we talked about. At 37.5%, the new Gemini Pro model is outperforming key competitors in pure, unassisted problem solving. Next up is multimodal understanding, which is measured by a benchmark called Video-MMMU. Scoring an impressive 87.6% here shows that the model is exceptionally good at reasoning across combined inputs. We're talking a video lecture, your handwritten notes, and a PDF textbook, all at the same time. And on the coding front, the results are just as clear. It's now the leader on the Web Dev Arena leaderboard, which actually pits AI against human web developers. And it's topping the charts on SWE Bench for fixing real-world software bugs. So yeah, those claims of shockingly good coding are definitely backed by data. So we have these incredible features, and we have the benchmarks to prove it. But what does this all actually mean for us? The people who will be using it. Let's connect these crazy capabilities to the real-world impact. So, who's going to benefit the most from all this new power? Well, while it's a platform that's eventually going to touch everyone, there are 4 key groups that are set to feel the biggest and most immediate impact. For everyday users like you and me, Gemini becomes a real assistant that actually completes tasks. For developers, that autonomous agent means a massive speed up in building software. For businesses, they get powerful end-to-end automation tools. And for the power users out there, new modes like Deep Think will unlock the model's most extreme reasoning capabilities. Ultimately, all of this signals a really fundamental shift. We're moving away from these simple conversational chatbots and toward a powerful new kind of computing platform that can reason, act, and create in ways we haven't seen before. So, after seeing the agents, the generative UI, and those benchmark scores, the final question is a pretty big one. Between the huge reasoning gains and these true agentic workflows, this new Gemini ecosystem really feels like Google is no longer just playing defense. But is it enough to actually claim the crown? That's the question we're all left with.